Out of Focus is brought to you by Garage Build. Submit your build, share your passion. Powered by Dennis Kirk.
My name is Johnny Humphrey from Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, and I have Johnny 99 Customs. The bike I have here today is actually a original Denver's frame that I got from Bill Dodge. It was something that he had in his shop for years, and when I first met him I saw it, but it was wrecked and it needed a lot of help, and he didn't want to get rid of it. And for some reason a few years back he said, I want you to do something with that frame. And I was able to save most of it, but a lot of it went away too. But I did put it back to the original specs of what I originally got. But I was able to save the neck, the axle plates, and basically the cradle. Everything else was bad. It was wrecked, was broke, bent, and it needed to be fixed. So I fixed it and brought it back. But it was an original Denver, so I couldn't let it go. It was an idea that I had, like I was just kind of wanting to bring the hard lines of the rocker boxes out and just kind of expose them a little bit. But once I drew on the lines that I was wanting to expose, became like the number one. And that's where I was in my mind. I'm like, has no one ever seen this? Like, has no one ever figured out that these are actually the number one is on these boxes? And I thought it would be a great idea to TIG weld all this on there and emboss that to where it would be, you know, raised off the box. It was a horrible idea. It took, I think it was, we were trying to figure it out like somewhere around 55 or 60 hours, maybe more. And it fought tooth and nail the whole way. Like it was bad. I would do it again, but it sucked. It sucked bad. It wasn't fun. I did, this time around, I have my own mid-control plates with the reservoirs. The master cylinder reservoirs are all incorporated. And they line up with each other across, like left and right side has hydraulic brake, hydraulic clutch. And if you look through the bike, both master cylinders they kind of reminded me of two handguns that you could reach down and pull up. So that was something new this time for me. The oil tank was something that I just casted this time at my in-laws foundry. Had my end caps on it, and it emulated the early Cal Products transmission case. So I started making some of those. So that was a new part for me. I still stuck with my brake caliper and rotor setup that I started using a few years back. I really like that. Other than that, I mean, it was just a lot of gas tanks handmade, handlebars, front end, like everything's, it's just a bunch of handmade stuff, but not so out of the ordinary that somebody couldn't do it. I mean, it's just a matter of how much you want it and how much effort you want to put into it. There was a lot. I mean, it was a pretty special moment to be asked to be part of the smokeout return and then to be picked for Bill's legacy. I had originally planned on riding to the smokeout because I did 20 years ago, and I had sort of started this bike to ride to the smokeout, and then when Bill picked me, I had gotten the frame from him. Like, it all just sort of like was supposed to happen that way. And this is what I ended up with. I'm happy with it. It's a beast. It's a 96, the early S&S 96-inch Shovelhead. The high compression one, it's not the low compression. It takes every ounce of my ass to get it going, but it's a beast. It'll stand this thing straight up. It's a handful. Almost everything, I don't ever have new stuff. Like, everything's always used. And it's that same old story where people are like, listen, I traded a pen and I got a Corvette. Like, that's how all this stuff ends up sometimes, like engine components and things for me. It's barter trade. What can I weld for you? What can I do for you? What do you got? All right, well, let me see what I got. Can we trade? Like, you know, I still do it that way. Nothing's just like, I'm just going to go buy this, or I need to go get that. Like, if it's something that I can't make, I got to barter, trade, beg, borrow. Like, that's just how it works. And it works for me. I stick with it. Sometimes it's rough, but we get through it. And I always tell everybody, like, if they see me on Instagram and they see anything that I put on there, you'll see me bitching about something. I'll bitch about it. I live for every moment of it. I live for the shitty part of it. I live for the good part of it. I like these moments coming out, seeing all my friends. But don't ever think when I'm bitching or I'm pissed off on Instagram about something that's not working out that I don't love it. I still love it. It's a curse. I tell people all the time, it's a curse. I love every ounce of it. I have two guys that I've been with for a really long time. The main guy is Keith Decker. He was big in like the mini truck scenes and sport trucking and stuff, and had feature paint jobs and stuff involved with that. And then a little later on, he brought in a friend of his, which his name's Dennis Rainier. They call him Dink. And he usually is the one that lays down the colors. And then Decker will come in and do the artwork and the nice stuff there, like as far as the artwork goes, something that we talk about, figure out. But it's always been the same guys. They know there's nothing in it for them. There's no skin on the back. They're not, other than, they painted something that I did. It was in Instagram, or if it was in a magazine or something, they get to see that. But I'm fortunate with those guys because they take care of me really well, and I'm very grateful for both of them. Very grateful. And another guy I want to mention is his name's Bruce Pyfrom, and he doesn't do Instagram. He does my seats. Like, I'll do all the foam and everything else, but my seats are really little. There's no frills. He always wants to do something like, let me show everybody what I can do. And I never let him do anything that he wants to do. Like, I like a bare bones, black, no frills, no lines, no flames, no anything. Just the seat I like it all to work together. Nothing taking away from anyone else. It all just one package. My name's Johnny Humphrey from Terre Haute, Pennsylvania. I have Johnny 99 Customs. We're out here with Cycle Source Magazine at the St. Louis Cycle Showcase show from Randall Knowledge, and you're watching Shop Talk.